Hey folks, the Kingdom of Hyrule, a few years down the line from Breath of the Wild, now in Tears of the Kingdom, is an expanded version of what we saw in the previous game. With that, a ton of new stuff has been added in, and whilst exploring this stunning world, I've come across some honestly fascinating secrets. From subtle environmental secrets to discoveries that might have massively significant lore implications, like Tingle's hood now being found up Ganondorf's ass. Kidding guys, don't go looking there, trust me. Point being, Tears of the Kingdom has tons of cool secrets to discover, some of which you might never come across if you just don't happen to check out a certain nook or cranny of the world, or even take on a specific side quest or adventure. In today's video, we're going to go over 5 secrets I've discovered during my adventure so far and found fascinating. I loved talking about secrets in Breath of the Wild, and I'm just getting started with secrets in Tears of the Kingdom. Let's do this. Be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in to get featured right here. And let's get into this one. The machine version of an apex predator in Breath of the Wild was arguably a Sheikah Guardian. They were tanks with legs that could run incredibly fast and blast you in a matter of seconds. Not to mention their theme, which has gone on to become deep-rooted trauma for many Zelda players. That's not even a joke. They were bloody terrifying, and I love that. However, a few years down the line, they've disappeared. Understandably so. Following the conclusion of the previous game's story, we can assume that the people of Hyrule didn't waste any time in decommissioning the Sheikah tech that was supposed to protect them, but ended up almost ending them. This goes for almost all Sheikah tech. The towers have been taken down and replaced, Sheikah shrines presumably buried or destroyed, and of course, Guardians have been destroyed. All but one or two bits and bobs. We can see that the arms that were once used by the menacing Guardians have been repurposed for the new sky towers across the land. I'm sure this face right here is Link having flashbacks to his experiences with Guardians, and I don't blame him. He probably thought this was round 2. Anyway, that's one place we can still find the remains, but another, and arguably much bigger, is atop the Hiteno Tech Lab. At some point between these two games, at least one Guardian is being preserved in the form of being a decorative piece to this Sheikah Tech Lab. It's becoming much more well known the longer the game has been out, but if you hadn't already spotted this cool little secret, then be sure to check it out for yourself. Just pray you don't hear the Guardian theme as you do so. This next secret involves 3 familiar dragons from Breath of the Wild who have returned in Tears of the Kingdom. Welcome back guys! And quick note, this secret does contain a heavy story spoiler, so if you wish to skip over it, then head to the time on screen. Din, Naydra, and Farosh have all been a bit mysterious for a while, and still are. However, thanks to a massive part of the Tears of the Kingdom lore, we actually learn a very significant secret about these dragons that you might have missed if you didn't put 2 and 2 together. Which, trust me, it happens. I'm awful for it myself. Like, when was somebody gonna tell me that this is Link and this is Zelda? Some legend that is. Anyway, as you know if you've completed the Dragon Tears storyline, the secret stones can be gulped in order to lose oneself and become an immortal dragon. This is an ancient custom of the Zonai, but we saw Princess Zelda herself doing it in order to restore and strengthen the Master Sword enough for Link to take out Ganondorf. With all of the dragon shenanigans going on here, it's easy to forget and oversee that this must mean Din, Naydra, and Farosh were once in mortal forms just like Zelda here, and swallowed secret stones. The dragon style is the same for starters, but to further back this up, there are 3 armor sets that can be found in the game which back this up massively. The Ember, Frostbite, and Thunder armor. All of Zonai origin, as we can see by the decorative pieces, but more interestingly, they all resemble the 3 dragons seen in the present day, as well as all read that they were used for ancient rituals. Extremely likely to be the process of swallowing secret stones and becoming immortal dragons. Minoru herself even says that, at least when Zelda's there, it's forbidden. So it did once happen. Din, Naydra, and Farosh were once Zonai. Zonai who completed the process of immortality and live on in the current day and age, looking over the Kingdom of Hyrule. This is easily overlooked, but once you put 2 and 2 together, it's honestly quite mind-blowing that the lore behind these 3 majestic creatures goes so deep. I love this game and what this new lore could mean for other dragons seen across the series. Moving on to another Zonai related secret, Typhlo Ruins was previously an extremely mysterious location and hard to piece together due to the thick darkness in Breath of the Wild. However, in Tears of the Kingdom it has been cleared up and is actually a fully explorable area without much hassle. Well, besides constructs. Zonai lore and origins has already been a fascinating yet mysterious topic to discuss, just even more seasoned with Tears of the Kingdom. And off the bat, it doesn't seem like you'll learn too much from them this time around. Typhlo Ruins, that is. It appears as though this area is mainly for a tower and some cool interactions following the completion of the 4 main dungeons. It's actually just a side quest and not a main quest, despite being tied into the main quests, but it's easy to miss and you might have missed out on what to do here. Following the completion, you can come here and do a little puzzle with each of the sage abilities. Once all has been done, a secret entrance that leads to a small room beneath the ruins will reveal itself, and down here lies a very interesting secret. Beedle works for Ganondorf. Jokes aside, the monolith down here tells the tale of King Rauru sealing the Demon King all those years ago. However, at the end it gets interesting. Those who built this monument in honour of King Rauru's sacrifice for the kingdom were Hylian, not Zonai. The Zonai people were long gone by that point. Outside of Rauru and Minoru, Ganondorf himself even rubs this fact into Rauru. Hylians built this Zonai landmark. Now ain't that an interesting piece of lore which is incredibly easy to miss if you don't pick up this side quest, or do what I did and started it but then completely forgot. I was shook when I discovered this secret. Typhlo Ruins are of Hylian origin. This means a lot for the lore of the Zonai that we thought we knew, and is a huge development, which I'm sure will be a large talking point when it comes to theory and lore videos. Those last 2 secrets were on the heavier side, so let's tone it down and discuss lighter ones. Well, it's actually in the depths, so perhaps a darker one, I guess. Many of you probably know this, but it's definitely possible to miss, and there could be some cool lore behind it too, so I thought it's worth mentioning. If you look at the placement of a light route on your depths map and then switch to the surface, you can see that every light route actually lines up directly to a surface shrine. All 120 light routes are connected to all 120 surface shrines. We know that the shrines are of Zonai origin, and that the light routes all possess some form of Zonai technology as well. It's not exactly clear yet. Oh. Now it is. Sorry, that was bad. It's not exactly clear yet if the light routes are just full-on Zonai technology, or a mix of nature and technology. My guess is the latter, but more interestingly is that this means whenever these shrines were created for their purpose, that the Zonai that made them also did something beneath the ground with intent. But why? How would they know that these light routes would need to serve a purpose like this? It's a question I haven't quite wrapped my head around yet, but that's okay as I feel that way about most of this game right now. Regardless, this has to be something significant for the lore of ancient times in Tears of the Kingdom. For the final secret of today's video, this one is for the ZeLink lovers. Which if you are one, there is a fair chance you already know this secret, but hey, you might not. It took me a little while to discover it for myself. If you head to Hateno Village and go to enter what once was Link's house, you'll learn that that's not fully the case now. It appears as though Zelda has moved in here, evident by some of the notable changes, as well as the fact that the well out back is now a little study for Princess Zelda. However, where would Link be staying? He doesn't have his own house off the bat, so prior to everything going down with the upheaval of Hyrule, where was Link staying? Well, there's only one bed in here. Link has no other known home, and we know he's Zelda's personal knight who never leaves her side. ZeLink lovers, what do you think of this? I'm not saying anything for sure, but there is definitely a little secret here, in that Princess Zelda definitely lives here now. That is something you might have missed. However, let's extend this and ask the question, does Link live with her? And if so, is this ZeLink confirmed? I'll let you folks be the judge of that one. That concludes the secrets and what I've got to say about them for this video. Don't worry though, as there will definitely be more secrets of Hyrule to come. But in the meantime, why not check out some of my other recent Tears of the Kingdom videos? From the missing contents as said by you lovely folks, to a potential secret area, links below. Otherwise, I hope you learned a new secret or two, and if you have any discoveries of your own that you'd like to share and discuss, then feel free to leave a comment down below. A massive shout out goes to my channel supporters as you help to make these videos possible week in, week out, all month long, 365 days a year. With a special mention to new supporter, I'm sorry, I really don't know how to say it. The name's on screen, SMKAIAL. Thanks a ton. If you'd like to join them and get yourself a shout out upon joining, a cool badge next to your name in my comments sections, access to exclusive channel emotes if you join via YouTube, as well as your name at the end of every video, then consider supporting via the links below. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.